Wow. You can please turn on your cameras if you can hear me. Okay, I'm going to get started. Today we will be doing Unit 2, Leisure and Recreation. This is Lesson 6 and it is listening. Our objectives for this lesson is number 1, listen to and respond directions from one place to another. Number 2, match descriptions with people, places, or things. Number 3, listen for specific information and classify it in a table. Let's look at the contents in this lesson. Activity 1 will be understand directions, and activity 2 is listen practice. Please bear with me, my voice is a little bit sore today, so I'm trying to speak as loud as I can, okay? Activity 1, listen and understand. Exercise 1, match the correct word with each diagram to check your understanding of language connected with road travel and directions. Khan, can you please tell me, you guys haven't done this lesson before, right? It's the first time you see this. Khan, can you answer me, please? Is it the first time you're seeing this? Okay, perfect. Thank you. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at these pictures and then match them with the correct word at the top. The words we have are bend, junction, traffic lights, flyover, roundabout, and crossroads. So please look at these pictures, match them, and then I will divide you into groups so you can discuss them with your classmates as well. Okay? I'll give you 1 minute. Atu, will you please tell me what do you think is this first picture? Please turn on your sound. No, I can't hear you. No. I can't hear you, but you can type the right answer in the chat if you want. Okay. So please tell us, what do you think is picture 1? You can type it in the chat.
Picture 1 is crossroad.
Okay, thank you. Hatu also told me in the chat now. Picture 1 we said is crossroads. Let me just type it in there. Crossroads. Okay, picture 2. What do you think, Khan? Khan, what do you think is picture 2?
Picture 2 is pen.
A band. A guy. Picture 3. What do you think, Tao?
I think it's the traffic light.
Traffic light. Good job. Traffic light. Okay, and then next, what do you think that is meant to?
Is roundabout.
Roundabout, roundabout, roundabout. Good job. Roundabout. Okay, and then next, what do we have now then?
Junction.
Junction. Junction.
Teacher, this lesson we learned before.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Okay, that's why I asked you. Khan, you said you didn't see it before?
Last week we already
Already did this one? Okay, give me 1 second. I'm sorry about that. My mistake. Didn't lesson 8. Just give 1 second for it to open. Okay, let's try again. Okay, it's still leisure and recreation. Lesson 8, speaking and not listening. Okay. Objectives, speaking strategy, compare and contrast. Number 2, use connecting words to give longer and more detailed answers. Number 3, use sentence stress and intonation to express your feelings about a topic. Table of contents, activity 1, connecting words, activity 2, sentence stress and intonation, and activity 3, speaking strategy, compare and contrast. Activity 1 is about connecting words. Write the phrases in the box in the correct column of the table. Okay, let's look at the symbols we have there. One is a thumbs up, one is questions, and one is a thumbs down. Let's have a look at the different phrases we have. I like. I'm not sure whether I like. I often enjoy. I'm not really interested in. I don't know if I like. I'm not a big fan of. I hate. I don't look forward to. And then lastly, we have a lot of people like. Next, we have I'm keen on. I don't know much about. And then lastly, not many people like. So I want you to look at these phrases and fit them into these different columns for us, please. I am going to divide you into small groups to do this together with your classmates, okay? And then when we come back, you guys can share your answers with me, please. Okay. Carl, will you please tell me where did you put the first phrase I like?
Mm,
Sorry, say
I'm
again.
very mm, I'm very keen on.
I'm very keen on. Is that what you put here? Was that the right place?
Yes,
Okay. What did you put next? What did you put here?
I often enjoy.
I often enjoy. And what did you put here?
I like.
I like. And lastly, what did you put in this column?
A lot of people like.
A lot of people like. Thank you very much. Next, Hatu, will you please tell me in the chat what you put in the middle column?
I don't know if I like.
I don't
Um,
know if I like. Yes. Please say again. I couldn't hear you clearly.
I'm not sure whether I like.
I'm not sure whether I like. Okay. Next.
Don't look forward to.
I'm struggling to hear you. Say again, please.
I don't look forward to.
I don't
Can you
look
hear me?
I don't look forward to. Yes, I heard you. Forward to. And I don't look forward to. And lastly, what did you put?
I don't know much about.
I don't. Thank you so much. Okay. Lastly, Min Long, what did you put in the last column?
I hate. I don't. Not many people like.
Not many people like. Okay, what's next?
I'm not really interested in.
I am not really. Where is
Uh,
it? Not really interested in. Yes.
yes.
Lastly,
Uh, um, uh, I'm not a big fan of.
thank you so much. I'm not a big fan of. Let's have a look and see whether you guys are right. Okay, firstly was I like, a lot of people like, I'm very keen on, and I often enjoy. Next was I don't know if I like, I'm not sure whether I like, I don't know much about, and I'm not really interested in. Lastly, I don't look forward to, I hate, I'm not a big fan of, and not many people like. Let's have a look at this tip. There are many ways to say you like or do not like something. Using a variety of phrases will improve your speaking test even more. These phrases are very useful in your speaking test because they will help you to feel more comfortable in your answers and to give your own opinions about the questions, okay? Let's have a look at exercise 2. Match sentence beginning 1 to 4 with sentence ending A to D. Using a suitable connecting word. There are several possible answers. Okay, so you're going to use sentence 1 to 4 and connect them with A to D, and then choose the words in the middle to connect those two phrases correctly. This can happen when we are answering questions in the test, and then you need to link two sentences or phrases together. Okay, so I will give you a minute to do it individually, and then I will link you with a friend to talk through your answers. Okay. Okay, I'm going to link you with a friend so that you can talk through your answers and then make sure that they are correct. Okay. Okay. Number 1, Tao. What linking word did you use and what did you link it with?
Moving on is because
I love
and
listening to K-pop because
and it's really exciting.
it's really exciting. That's perfect. That does work. Remember in this, there's many options, okay? Not only one is correct. That is good. Thank you, Tao. Next. Part 2. What did you say
Teacher,
for... Yes?
so excuse me, teacher. Why you use because I think here is the explanation in English for why we use and to connect to bats. Um, I think we use and because its primary function is to join two similar ideas or to add more information. Mm, Um, but I love listening to K-pop. The a positive statement about an interest, and second, but it's very exciting. Another positive statement describing the interest. Simple facts and positive and talk about the scientific K-pop. They flow naturally together using and I think
Using and.
yeah
I love listening to K-pop and it's really exciting. Is that what you're saying?
yes I
Yes,
think
you are also correct. It does not mean that the word because is wrong. They are explaining why they love listening to K-pop. Okay, so that is a valid way to use the word because, but you are also correct. We can definitely use and. Okay, completely understand what you're saying. Thank you, Khan. Next. Part 2, what did you use for number 2? I sometimes enjoy mountain climbing.
Sometimes enjoy mountain climbing, but I prefer water sports.
Yes. So the person is saying, I sometimes enjoy mountain climbing. And then they're also contradicting their idea by saying, but my favorite is actually sports. I prefer water sports. Okay, that's perfect too. Thank you. Malong, what did you say for number 3? Sorry.
I, I don't like spending money because I prefer staying at home.
Yes, if you're staying at home the whole time, you're not going to be spending a lot of money unless you're online shopping. Okay, that's perfect. Number 4, I'm not really interested in watching football on TV. What did you say, Mintu?
It either. And my friend don't really like it either.
I can't hear clearly. Please say again.
Uh, and my friend don't really like it either.
My friends don't really like it either. Yes. What linking word did you use? I couldn't hear your linking word.
Mm, I use and
And okay, thank you. I'm not really interested in watching football on TV, and my friends don't like it either. Okay. Do you see, Khan, that more than one of these words can work? Okay. It's not only the one that works. That's perfect. Thank you so much. Let's see what they said. I love listening to K-pop because it's really exciting. I sometimes enjoy mountain climbing, but I prefer water sports. Number 3, I don't like spending money, so I prefer staying at home. So was what they used. I'm not really interested in watching football on TV, and my friends don't like it either. Sorry, guys, I'm a bit sick, so my voice is not working together. Tip 2. Longer sentences will show the examiner that you can use more complex grammar. Okay. It's not necessarily long sentences just to add more words to make it longer. Okay. The point is to add extra information. And that shows that you understand complex grammar. Okay. And that is how you will get a better score on your test. Let's have a look at this list of connecting words. And they all have their own different purposes. Okay. The first column, giving additional information. So these words help us to add more information to our sentences. Examples, and, besides, also, as well as, and likewise. Next we have concessions and contrast. It is a but, although, however, instead, and otherwise. Lastly, we have causes and solutions. Because, since, so, as, and therefore. We are showing you these so that you have some ideas of different connecting words in different situations, okay? Exercise 3. Complete the sentences about things you do and do not like doing. So you will complete individually sentence 1, 2, and 3. Let's have a look at the example. I like going out and shopping with my friends, but I don't stay out too late because I like my sleep, so I always get home by 10. Okay, so you can use those sentences with the linking words that they gave you, and please complete the sentences. I'm going to give you 5 minutes, okay? Put enough effort into making them with enough information, okay? I'll give you 5 minutes. You can start now. I'm going to pair you up with a partner, two people together, and then I want you to read out all three of your sentences to your teammate. We won't have enough time to read all of them for everyone, so I want you to please read it to your teammate. I will give you 2 minutes, you read, and then your partner reads, okay? Okay, Tao, what did you say for sentence one?
I like watching films and cartoons, but I don't like watching horror films because they are too scary.
Great, I love that. Do you see how if somebody asked you what kind of films do you like, that would be a very good answer that you just gave because you are giving me different kinds of information and it's a nice long answer. And now I have a good idea of what type of films you like, okay? Number two, Hatu, what did you say?
She can speak English very well, as well as French, although she lived in Vietnam since she was a child.
Great, I love it. Well done. Guys, so you are giving me different aspects of information and you are linking them with these linking words. That's perfect. Thank you. Next, Melong, what did you say for number three?
He knows Spanish besides English. Instead of taking a class, he practiced with an app. Therefore, he learned very fast.
That is perfect, okay? Um, I hope you guys can see how using these linking words to link different ideas and phrases together will help us to further diverse our English language, okay? It's very important to keep practicing these, okay? Activity 2, sentence stress and intonation. Exercise 4, listen and underline the stressed words in these sentences. Please take a few minutes to read through these sentences while I get your correct audio for you.
One. Ryan Giggs was a famous
I will play you this sentence 3 times so that you can go through number 1 and then underline the stressed words. Number 2, underline the stressed words, okay?
One. Ryan Giggs was a famous player for Manchester United. He played hundreds of games.
2. At London 2012, the United States was top of the medals table, followed by China, then Great Britain, and Northern Ireland.
3. Last weekend, I was going to go to the gym, but I decided not to bother. 4.
Michael Jordan is the #1 all-time point scorer in the NBA playoffs, although LeBron James is catching up.
5. I ran in the London Marathon last year. I thought I was never going to make it to the end. 1. Ryan Giggs was a famous player for Manchester United. He played hundreds of games.
2. At London 2012, the United States was top of the medals table, followed by China, then Great Britain, and Northern Ireland.
3. Last weekend, I was going to go to the gym, but I decided not to bother. 4.
Michael Jordan is the #1 all-time point scorer in the NBA playoffs, although LeBron James is catching up.
5. I ran in the London Marathon last year. I thought I was never going to make it to the end. 1. Ryan Giggs was a famous player for Manchester United. He played hundreds of games.
2. At London 2012, the United States was top of the medals table, followed by China, then Great Britain, and Northern Ireland.
3. Last weekend, I was going to go to the gym, but I decided not to bother. 4.
Michael Jordan is the #1 all-time point scorer in the NBA playoffs, although LeBron James is catching up.
5. I ran in the London Marathon last year. I thought I was never going to make it to the end.
Okay, let's have a look at the stressed words in these sentences. Ryan Giggs was a famous player for Manchester United. He played hundreds of games. So the stressed words in that recording was Giggs, famous player, United, and hundreds. Then in sentence 2, it was 2012, States, top, middle, and China. In different people speaking, they will put stress on different parts of these sentences, okay? We also use punctuations, linking words to help the reader realize where the right parts of stress is supposed to be, okay? If I'm a writer and I'm trying to write a story, if I write a story in a certain way, whether that is a horror story or a scary story, I don't want the reader to read it like a fairy tale, if you understand what I'm saying. So we need to use these things to put stress on the right parts of a sentence, okay? Number 3, it was weekend, gym, decided, and bother. Number 4 was Jordan, number 1 all-time point scorer, and playoffs, James, and up. Number 5 was ran, London Marathon, year, never, and end. Exercise 5. You can use intonation to show your feelings about a topic. Read the sentences and decide if they are positive or negative tone. You are going to do this in a group. You will read out the sentence and then decide what do you think? Is it positive or negative? And you and your team can discuss it. Then the next person in your group will read it out, the next sentence, and then you will decide whether that is positive or negative. Okay. I'm going to give you 3 or 4 minutes to complete this, and then we'll come back to the class and do a whole class discussion. Okay, Tao, what did you think? The first sentence, is it positive or negative?
I think the first sentence is positive.
Yes, my favorite sport is hockey. It's amazing. That is a very positive sentence. Hatu, what did you say for number 2?
For number 2, I think it's it is negative.
Okay, let's have a read. I like swimming, but I wish there were more places to swim where I live. Okay, that could be a negative sentence because they're kind of complaining about the fact that there is not enough places to swim, right? So let's see later on if you are correct. Number 3, I've always liked fishing, but I don't have time to do it anymore. Is that positive or negative, Minlang?
Uh, is negative
Why do you think it's negative?
because uh, ice is but
Because he used but.
yes,
So he gave an opinion and then he said but, and then he kind of contradicted it. Contradicted it. You are correct. Number 4, then 2. I'm really excited about all the new video games that will come out soon. I can't wait. What do you think? Is that positive or negative?
I think it's positive.
Yes. Why do you think so?
He told that he really excited about all the new video game.
Yes. If I say I'm excited about something, I'm not negative, right? I'm excited. And he was explaining why he's excited by using the word about all the new video games that will come out soon. And then he also added, I can't wait. Okay, that's perfect. Let's have a look. Boom, you guys are correct. Positive, negative, negative, positive. Exercise 6. Listen to the recording. Mark the changes in intonation with that mark and the rises with the upwards arrow if it falls. My favorite sport is hockey. It's amazing. Okay, that all feels upwards. Let's have a look at the block over there. The first time you hear the sentence, the first time you hear the sentences, you will hear that no intonation, flat no intonation. The second time you hear them, the speaker will use the correct intonation. Let's have a look at sentence 2. I like swimming, but I wish there were more places to swim where I live. Number 3. I've always liked fishing, but I don't have time to do it anymore. And then number 4, I'm really excited about all the new video games that will come out soon. I can't wait. Okay, so we're going to listen to the recording. Be careful and listen to how the speaker says them. And then we're going to mark the changes in intonation, either with an upward rise or a downward fall. Okay, please read through the sentences, write down number 1 to 4, and just give me a second to get your audio for you.
One,
My favorite sport is hockey. It's amazing. My favorite sport is hockey. It's amazing.
2,
I like swimming, but I wish there were more places to swim where I live. I like swimming, but I wish there were more places to swim where I live.
3,
I've always liked fishing, but I don't have time to do it anymore. I've always liked fishing, but I don't have time to do it anymore.
4,
I'm really excited about all the new video games that will come out soon. I can't wait. I'm really excited about all the new video games that will come out soon. I can't wait.
One.
My favourite sport is hockey. It's amazing. My favourite sport is hockey. It's amazing.
2.
I like swimming, but I wish there were more places to swim where I live. I like swimming, but I wish there were more places to swim where I live.
3.
I've always liked fishing, but I don't have time to do it anymore. I've always liked fishing, but I don't have time to do it anymore.
4.
I'm really excited about all the new video games that will come out soon. I can't wait. I'm really excited about all the new video games that will come out soon. I can't wait.
Okay, I'm going to give you a few minutes with a partner. And what I want you to do is go through number 1 to 4. And then firstly, I want you to say it with a flat or no intonation, like the speaker just did. And then you're going to say it with an upwards intonation or the correct intonation. Okay. So I want you to practice this. We'll come back into the class and then you're going to do it for the whole class, please. We're only going to do it in pairs of 2. Okay.
Với cả các cái bài crossword ấy.
Sorry, Hatu, do you need more time or are you done?
Okay.
Okay. Chuck, can you hear me? No response. Khan, can you hear me?
Yes.
Will you please read sentence 2 with a flat or no intonation?
I like swimming. Swim. But I wish there were more places to swim where I live.
Okay, and now with the correct intonation.
I think swimming.
I couldn't hear the second attempt. Please read it again.
Uh, Swimming and but and life.
Okay, good job. Perfect. Your sound was cutting out a little bit, but it's okay. I heard you in little bits, but it's okay. Let's have a look at number 3. I've always liked fishing, but I don't have time to do it anymore. Namdin, will you please read that one with no or flat intonation?
I always liked fishing, but I don't have time to do it anymore.
Okay, and with the correct intonation.
Uh, I always liked fishing, but I don't have time to do it anymore.
Okay, so no intonation would be I've always liked fishing, but I don't have time to do it anymore. And then the correct intonation would be I've always liked fishing, but I don't have time to do it anymore. It actually sounds more like an actual talking voice rather than a robot reading it, right? Number 4, Jiap, will you please read that one with no intonation?
I like swimming, but I wish there were more places to swim where I live.
Number
I
4,
always like
sorry.
fishing. Therefore,
Sorry,
I'm really
yes.
excited about the new video game that will come out soon. I can't wait.
Yay, good job. So, number 4 would be with no intonation. I'm really excited about the new video games that will come out soon. I can't wait. That is an absolute robot reading it versus a human. I'm really excited about all the new video games that will come out soon. I can't wait. Okay, it just has a lot more emotion in it. Okay, let's have a look. I like swimming, but I wish there were more places to swim where I live. You can feel the energy and the intonation changing, right? For example, let's look at number 3. The first part starts off with upwards intonation and then lastly normal intonation, okay? And the same with number 4. Let's have a look at, activity 3, speaking strategy, compare and contrast. Review speaking strategy AEE. Remember we did this last time and the lesson before that. It is not enough just to say yes and no. Try to add at least 2 sentences. Okay, let's start at Jap. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Is it harmful to spend too much time on a hobby? What do you think?
It depends on what hobby. If it's a positive hobby, spend a lot of time is uh, mm,
Finish answering? Yep.
yes.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you clearly. You said depend on what the hobby is, and then you said if it's a good hobby. That's all I heard.
I can uh,
I'm struggling to hear you, Giap. So will you please type your sentence in the chat box for me? Thank you. Hatu, are you still busy? Are you still busy, or can you give me your answer?
Yes, I I made I made 3 sentences.
Okay.
Mm. Yes, it can be harmful if it starts changing your life out of balance. Example, if you spend 4 or 5 hours per day on gaming, it's I'm doing I'm doing more.
I'm going to give you another minute to finish that, okay? I'm going to go on to Min Long. What is your answer?
Yes, spending too much time on a hobby can become harmful when it disrupts your daily life, health, or relationships.
Okay. The one thing you're forgetting is an example. I want to give you guys an example. Yes, I think that spending too much time on a hobby is bad because I think too much of anything is bad. For example, if I spend too much time flying a kite, I might hurt my neck. Okay, just a stupid example, but it's important that you give the full idea. Okay, another example, if the question is, what is your favorite food? I need to give an answer. Hamburgers are my favorite food. That's my answer. Then I need to explain. Because I've always loved the combination of bread, bun, cheese, and a patty. For example, McDonald's has my favorite burger in the whole world. Okay. So there I gave answer, explanation, and I exemplified. It's very important that you keep practicing this. In our next speaking lesson, we will be doing this again. Okay. This is important for your listening test because you need to get points on all of these areas: answer, explain, and exemplify. Okay. So you need to be comfortable with this. Let's have a look at some sample answers. The first one. Yes, I believe spending excessive time on a hobby may have a negative effect on people. You may end up having not enough time for your priorities like family or work. For example, it is easy for me to lose myself in books and neglect the deadlines at work. Okay, so firstly, they gave answers. Secondly, explanation, and then lastly they gave an example. Okay, I hope you guys can see that this is a good broad answer. I just want to look at Jiab's answer. Yes, it is. It can be harmful if it starts changing your life out of balance. Example, if you spend 45 hours a day for gaming online, your eyes as well as your brain can be damaged. That's perfect. You gave your answer, you explained why you said that, and then also you gave an example of the damage that could be done. Okay, so that supports your answer. That's perfect. Thank you, Jab. Okay, another structure to develop answers. Okay, it's not only AEE, there's also a few different examples. I'll give you just a minute to read through this. My voice is just sore, so I would like it if you guys could help me read, please. Okay, let's have a look at this. Firstly, they gave a direct answer. It is true that spending excessive amounts of time on a single favorite activity can be both detrimental and beneficial. So that was their answer. Then, secondly, they gave the explanation. Reading, for instance, is a key to success as it greatly contributes to broadening people's range of knowledge. And then they gave a contrast view. Nevertheless, if one starts taking interest in a book, an article, or a magazine and does not seem to stop reading it from the first page all the way to the back cover at a time, you will miss everything else going on throughout the day and might soon end up regretting. Okay, so they gave an answer, explanation, but then they contradicted the answer. Okay, that is also a different view, a different way of answering. Why to compare and contrast? Number one is to avoid one-sided or simplistic answers. It makes it more interesting and gives more information and shows that you have better understanding, okay? Number two, go deeper into a topic and make your response more detailed. Strategy, compare and contrast. Number one is answer, give your direct answer. Number two is explain. And number three is compare with a contrasting view or opinion. So that is contrast means opposite. Practice speaking part one. Leisure and recreation. What do you usually do in your spare time? Do you prefer doing anything by yourself or with friends? Is there anything special you like to do on the weekend? Do you think you get enough free time? Okay, for one and two, do them by using the contrast strategy. And then number three and four, do them using answer, explanation, and example. Okay, so I want you to individually quickly answer these. I will give you 2 minutes to complete. Okay, we don't have too much time left, so I'm just going to speed up a little bit. Let's have a look at their sample answers. Number 1, I usually like to relax and watch TV shows, read books, or listen to music. I also enjoy doing walks and spending time outdoors if the weather is nice. Number 2, do you prefer doing anything by yourself or with friends? It depends on the mood, really. I think most people need some time on their own. Sometimes my work is quite stressful and I spend a lot of time there with others. So it's good to just get home and relax and read a book or something. But I get bored if I'm alone too, so they are contrasting. So I like to go out and meet friends in the evening or play football. Number 3, is there anything special you do at the weekend? Yes, I typically make most of my weekends by engaging in activities that help me relax and rejuvenate. One of my favorite things to do is to go hiking in the nearby mountains. Being surrounded by nature not only helps me to clear my mind, but also provides an excellent opportunity to stay active and fit. Number 4, do you think you get enough free time? I don't really get enough free time unless there is a weekend with no work. Yes, I have to work on the weekend also sometimes, or other religious or national holidays because I spend long hours at my work pretty much on every weekday. Besides, it is also because whatever time I get outside of my work, I spend with my elderly parents. So it is answer, explanation, and example in both of these. Okay. Let's have a look at the summary. We focused on connecting words, connecting two ideas or phrases together. We focused on sentence stress and intonation. And then number 3, speaking strategies, compare and contrast. Here is the ticket out the door. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to please complete these. Think about the 3 things that you have worked on today, 2 things that you have learned in this lesson, and 1 thing that you need support with. Okay, I'm going to give you a minute. Okay, I just quickly want to run through our objectives for this lesson. We wanted to look at speaking strategy, comparing and contrasting. Number 2, use connecting words to give longer and more detailed answers. Number 3, use sentence stress and intonation to express your feelings about a certain topic or question. So we are focusing on those connecting words and which connecting words work with which sentences or settings. In activity 2, we did sentence stress and intonation, and we had to focus on how do we say and read those sentences correctly. And then number 3, we did a speaking strategy, comparing and contrasting. That is all for our lesson today. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I will see you next week. Bye, everyone.